Hello everyone, I'm Sakura here and welcome back to more Sakura Shrine Girls. Continuing out with me trying to win over Kyle, because she's the best, better than Nayaka. Well, I guess I don't. Just let me know first, okay? Oh yeah, that's right, she was changing in my room. Awkward. That is not an issue. I am surprised that your grandfather did not mention that I was here. He never mentions when guests are here, that's the problem. He does that. Nayaka turns up uninvited all the time. She still does that? Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Is it now? I better change the subject. Kyle, I have a question. I will do my best to answer it. You mentioned there being a covenant with my family a long time ago. What exactly is that about? We are a particular kind of guardian spirit, as you might have guessed. Well, yeah. The carriers and tails are fairly distinct features. There are many spirits like us in our house, and our house has always used men from your family as their priest. The covenant is the agreement that we share. In exchange for the prosperity that your family has been blessed with, your family must put forward a priest every generation with the changing of the two guardian spirits. Your father honored this agreement, as did your grandfather, as did your great-grandfather, and as you do now. As such, our house and your family share a long, long history with one another. I see. What is the deal with your house then? Is it like a family or what? More akin to a clan in your world. None of us are actually related to one another, so it would be far-fetched to call us a family. I cannot explain it myself, but spirits simply manifest into existence. It has long been debated where we actually come from, for the beyond has mysteries that even its own descendants cannot explain. The only ties and relations we share are the ones that we can make ourselves. Rather than bond of blood you share with your family. When guardian spirits of our particular kind are discovered, they are invited to join our house. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, I think I get it. How weird. All are your spirits in your house women? Yes, all of them are. Once again, since we do not understand our own origins, we cannot determine the reason behind this. Well, if it cannot be explained, I suppose there's really not much else to accept with that. How exactly does your house determine who goes to the two gates then? It is a highly political matter. There are splinter groups in the house who attempt to raise their own status by putting forward their own candidates. It is considered to be a high honor to be tended by the priest of the Akita family. Other factors are also considered. You need a certain temperament to handle the pressure of the position given. I was put forward as a candidate because they believed my temperament was well suited to the role. And Nayako? For one reason or another, they seem to believe that she would be well suited to the role as well. I am not but to pretend that I understand the reason behind it. But alas, I am not in a position to argue. She was chosen, and that is final. Kyle looks out the window. I have already dressed in my traditional garb, so there is no reason for me to stay. It's alright to stay the night if you want. No, not today. She stands up. Thank you for your hospitality, Toru. She bows before me. Slowly she walks out of my bedroom. Well, I'm slowly piecing everything together. I wonder what else I will discover as time goes on. Maybe your great-grandfather and the deity did it and had a child. And then that one was your grandfather and he did it with the spirit as well, and then had a son, which is your father, and he had that's what I'm guessing. The spirit did it with the man, and they had a child, and so on and so forth. That's how it goes. That's why you don't see your grandmother. She's one of the guardian spirits. I'm heading to school a bit earlier today. Grandpa got me at the wrong time. He brushed it off, but I think he might be getting just a little bit senile. Oh well, everyone makes mistakes. I shouldn't be too harsh on him. It's hard to imagine that he was just like me once, dealing with similar problems to mine. I suppose that's just how it is. having that much to do, I decided to wander around for a bit. As long as I can keep an eye on the time, everything should be fine. The coastline stretches out, water sparkling with the shining rays of the sun. The waves sound like they're speaking. Come to think of it, I actually haven't gone to the beach since I arrived here. It's all like of the chaos I'm dealing with today. Day to day. Oh God. I suppose I simply just did not have the time for it. One thing about living on the coast is that you wouldn't go to the beach every day. It would probably lose its novelty pretty quickly. I look out to the waves and I feel a growing temptation. Why not? Might as well feel the sand in between my toes. Slowly taking off my shoes, I take a single step on the sand. It's surprisingly pleasant. I didn't even realize how sore my feet were. I can hear the whispers of the birds here. The ocean is teeming with life. Just listening to a gentle, pleasant melody as it plays out in front of me. It truly is sublime. I sit down watching the waves roll in gently onto the shore. There's no one else around right now, letting me have an unobstructed view of the ocean. I wonder what Nayaka and Kaio would be doing right now. When they are staying at the shrines, what exactly do they do to pass the time? Even Kaio would get bored from sitting there for too long, wouldn't she? Nayaka would probably be content to laze around in the sun until it was time to go. The two of them are far too mysterious for me to comprehend. But they look enough like normal girls, I suppose. It's then that I see someone in the surf. I guess I wouldn't be the only person here. Wait. No. Don't tell me. Oh. It's one of them, isn't it? It's Nayaka. I see a pair of white fuzzy ears sitting on top of her head. It's then that she sees me too. Eh? Oh, Toru! Nayaka comes bounding out of the surf wearing a bikini, which leaves little to the imagination. You don't usually leave the house until much later. Why are you awake so early? Please, Nayaka. I'm sorry. I like Kaio's bikini better. It has cute bows and it has stripes. I'm sorry, but that beats checkered anytime. Kaio appears as well. Her swimsuit is completely dry, just like my mouth at the moment. This was the last thing I was expecting. Seeing these two dressed like this is taking my breath away. Calm down, Toru. Just clear your head. I was observing him and he appears to be enjoying some time to relax. There's no need to bother him right now. I shake my head. No, it's not a problem. I was just a little surprised to see you both here. Really, I am surprised. I imagine two of them only went to school together because they were stuck in the same class. They wouldn't be both here if they had not agreed to be here. Yeah, see? Kaio. Sorry, Nayako. I don't want you. I want Kaio. I need her. This is a different look for you, Kaio. But I think it's good. Do you really think so? I was actually really embarrassed, but if you like it, then that makes me happy. Nayako's tail is standing up, showing off just how happy she is. The warm waves, the fish, the sand. I love all of it. I swear that I can hear her purring. The beach is so warm. It's like having some kind of sun amplifying machine. I must admit that the warmth of the sand is rather pleasant on my skin. Listen, when the sand, when it's too hot, no. When it's nice and warm and you stick your feet in it, it is such a great sensation. You're no fun, Kaio. You haven't even tried to get into the water. The water's cold. No, thank you. I'm good. Come on, get in. I'm more than content to remain here on the stand, thank you. As you might guess, I am not fond of water. Nayaka pouts like a spoiled child. This is why I can't take you anywhere. You're always such a killjoy. Hey, it's fine to enjoy the beach without getting in the water, you know. I'm surprised that Nayaka is so willing to get into the water. I know the spirits, but they're also cats. So, wouldn't a little bit of feline instinct and preference be part of their thought process? I don't know. I don't think this is one of those things which I should just not think about too much. I guess so. But you're missing out, Kaio. Kaio slowly picks herself up. I suppose I can try it. Wait, really? Nayaka looks shocked. Yes, I might as well. She slowly walks up to the water. Also, carefully, she puts one toe in. Not really unpleasant. She begins to walk deeper into the water until it reaches up to her ankle. Nayaka and I just stand there waiting for her to go in deeper. It's an awkward moment or two before Nayaka finally decides to say something. You're only going to go in that far? Do you expect me to completely submerge myself? That is not exactly a reasonable request. But that's not the point of going at the beach. If you aren't going to swim, then what's the point? Not get wet? Come on. Just let her enjoy the way she wants to. I remember one time I went to the beach, the water level only went up to my waist. No matter how far I went in with my family and friends that I was with, it would only go up to my waist. It wouldn't go any higher than that. That's what I loved about the beach that I went to. I leaned in next to Nayako. She tried out something new. That's a big step, don't you think? I guess so. So just let her ease into it. Nayako seems reluctant, but she doesn't say anything else. We have some time before we have to go to school, so let's enjoy this while we can. Despite herself, Nayako smiles. I agree completely. Well, getting to watch these two play in the water while wearing bikinis, there is definitely no reason to complain. Class came and went without much fanfare. Compared to what I saw on the beach, it was all very forgettable. Toru? Yeah, is something wrong? You've just been looking really happy today. I must admit, you've been in a good mood since we were at the beach. This Saturday swimsuit really pleased you that much? These two are far more understanding of these dynamics than I expected them to be. Maybe the feelings of spirits aren't that different from humans. Maybe. Come on, I know it's true. Just admit it. I won't say that I disliked it. Aww. Her tail begins to wag from side to side. Stop being such a tease, Toru. You do not need to interrogate him, Nayako. He will admit what he wishes of his own free will. It is best not to push him if it is not necessary. I really don't mind. If I'm your priest, then I need to be open to questions. Yeah, see, Kaio? You worry too much about offending other people. Perhaps I do. It was a necessity back at the home to be polite as possible. Well, we aren't at home anymore, are we? No. But we must remember that we are going to be the representatives of our house in these lands. If we do not carry ourselves with appropriate dignity and grace, then the spirits of this land may openly defy our authority. You don't need to worry. You don't need to be such former figurehead to be able to lead others. Hang on. Even if you two are attending a session festival, the spirits of this land can still defy you. They can. And it is usually such a messy affair that they usually choose not to. But if a guardian spirit is settled into a shrine and the spirits do not listen to them, it can cause a number of unprecedented events across the land. While we have some power, their cooperation is preferable to us forcing our will on them. We're often told the stories of shrines whose spirits lost respect of their dominion. The spirit of those lands often ran wild and caused a lot of chaos. That doesn't sound particularly good. It's no wonder that this festival is so essential. I suppose that such a lack of order quickly plays out in places without any authority as well. So ideally, someone who can command their respect should partake in the Accession Festival. As if anyone would respect someone who was polite all the time. I will approach it in my way, and you can approach it in your way. We will see whose way is the correct one after the festival, Nayako. I really wish these two would stop doing this to each other. They would probably spend an eternity arguing with one another. long after the festival is over if this keeps up. You'll see, Kyle. The spirits of this land will be flocking to me once I establish my dominion. While all of them will ignore you and your shrine will be forgotten. Do you really believe so? Of course that's what will happen. I completely believe you. Nayako's cheeks puff up. Don't push me off like that. I'll push you off in whatever way I please. Well then, see if you can push me off like this. Like what? Oh, nothing. Just this. Nayaka quickly tackles Kyle and wrestles with her. What are you doing? Get off me. Make me get off. What are you doing, Nayako? She's reaching behind Kyle. Are you, by any chance, like... Okay, I'm gonna take 3 guesses right now. Either Nayaka will pull her skirt down or up, take off her bra, take off her shirt. One of those 3. Oh! Oh. Her tongue flicks out of her mouth and begins to drag it way up Kyle's tail. You know, I was completely wrong about all 3. 3 strikes. I'm out. That's it. I'm out. Kyle immediately reacts to the sensation. The what position they have ended up in gives me obstructive view of Nayaka's skirt as well. I don't even know what to say. Speechless. I'm so awed by the scene in front of me that I am unable to utter a word. What are you doing, Nayako? Nayako doesn't seem to pay her much mind. With her tongue, she begins to drag it slowly up and down Kyle's tail. Wouldn't that get fur in your mouth, Nayako? Every single stroke makes Kyle react sullenly. You know that my tail is sensitive. Nayako stops for a moment. You know my ears are sensitive too. But that didn't make you stop. She returns to licking Kyle's tail. It erratically swishes around, only held in place by Nayako's hand. Soon Nayaka begins running her hand up and down the tail as well. Oh, this game, I swear. Oh. Kyle's face turns bright red. Stop it. Don't do something like this in front of Toru. You said you were going to push me off in whatever way you want. Try push me off when we're like this. Mercilessly, Nayaka continues to stimulate Kyle's flickering tail. The tip of it tries to move away from her tongue. No more. Please let me go. But Nayaka doesn't let go. Without a single care in the world, she holds Kyle in place. It's just like what happened before with Nayaka's ears. Are both of those things sensitive for them? Kyle tries to crawl away from her, but she's pinned by Nayako's weight. All she can do is try her best to hold out against the merciless assault on her tail. I will have my revenge for this, Nayako. Mark my words. Still no response. I try to speak up, but my words get stuck in my throat. I'm trying not to laugh. Oh, are they about to see? It's just completely inappropriate. Yes, it is. Oh, but I just can't stand here and say nothing. If I'm going to be the priest, then I need to speak with an authority that words that even they wouldn't listen to. That's enough. Stop right now, Nayako. Aw, come on, Toru. No, I mean it. Stop doing this right now. Nayako seems reluctant. She goes in for one last lick, but I give her a dirty look. She stops then and lets out a heavy sigh. Fine. But only because Toru asked me to. Oh! Tears of laughter, I'd tell you. Oh my god. That scene. After that particular incident, the 2 of them left off in a huff. I swear, this petty dispute of theirs is starting to get on our nerves. It is just the politics within their household, in their house or something? Or are their personalities so far removed from one another that they just can't stand each other? Nayako took things too far. I'm sorry, Nayako. I gotta go with Kyle on this. kind of one, man. Yeah, she really did take it too far this time. Either way, I'm going to have to do something to resolve it sooner or later. There must be a reason that two gates need two guardian spirits to rule it. If the two spirits ruling are completely unwilling to negotiate or work with one another, well, I just can't ignore it then. Ignore that, can I? It's my duty as a priest to ensure that this land prospers and the spirits within it are behaving. I imagine that includes guardian spirits. I decided to hang out in this room after school. Just a moment to collect my thoughts away from everyone else. Thankfully, no one is using the room today, but I have to head out eventually. I guess I might as well head home. I can brood in my room if I have to. There's no sign of either of those two cats anywhere. Maybe I will be getting an evening to myself tonight. Welcome home, Toru. Grandpa immediately greets me as I come through the front door. Kinda look upset. Did something go wrong? Those two stray cats were fighting again. I thought they were taking steps in the right direction at first, but now it looks like the two of them are just becoming worse. Ha! You think that's bad? You should have seen them when they first arrived. You're telling me that they used to be even worse than this? As far as I know, the two of them have always hated each other. No one really knows why, not even their house. So there really isn't any good reason for it? Well, Toru, you just have to accept that some people don't get along with one another. People don't necessarily need a reason to dislike someone. Mind you, they've been doing a lot better since they ended up here. How bad was it? The two of them refused to speak with one another at first. And without a priest, they just stayed in their shrines. It was quite a mess when I turned up, believe me. I had to explain to them that their priest had not arrived. Now that made them anxious. What would have happened to them if you had not turned up? They would have slipped back into the beyond eventually. Now that would have been a messy affair, since these lands need guardian spirits. Believe me, the two of them would only hiss at each other before. The fact that they're speaking to each other now is something short of a miracle. What's even better is that they now have reason to be in the same room together. And you're acting as a mediator between both of them. I know that you think things aren't going that well, but they're making good progress. I don't know what happened today, but you can't expect everything to keep going smoothly. Life has all sort of bumps, hiccups, and mishaps waiting for just around the corner. It sounds like you've been through something similar, Grandpa. Believe me, every man in this family has. For some reason, we seem to get the most volate guardian spirits. I knew a couple of priests who worked other shrines, and they never had to deal with anything our family did. Probably because they had to only deal with one spirit at a time. Well, yeah, that's one person is less work than two people. And since it's only one person, the only relationship they share is with their priest. Grandpa grows quiet for a moment. Listen, Toru. You think they're attractive, right? I'm taken a bit aback by his question. Well, yeah, of course I am. How could you possibly not even think they're attractive? But could a priest even have a relationship like that with their guardian spirit? I'm onto something. That is something I haven't given much thought. Hey, I mean, hell, the two of them have been flirting with me a fair bit. It's okay to feel that way, you know. But isn't there a set of rules or anything about this I should be aware of? There aren't any established rules, no. But you have to keep in mind that if you do choose to become more intimate with them, you're going to have a lot more on your plate than you bargained for. It's kind of like trying to date a coworker, isn't it? Yes, your situation is especially unique. You have two girls instead of one. That could get really messy. Oh, that's right. You date one, the other one gets mad. Unless you find a creative solution to it. Like what exactly? I'm sure you'll work it out when you get there. The point is that you feel like you're falling in love. You don't have to feel guilty about it. Such relationships aren't uncommon between priests and guardian spirits. When spirits are bound to this plane, they're more or less human. So there's nothing wrong with it, okay? Just remember to be careful with it like you would with any relationship. Wait, does that mean Grandpa had a relationship like that? He seems to know about it too well. Yeah, Grandma was a spirit. If that's the case, then did he meet Grandma before or after his guardian spirits returned to the beyond? If he did have that kind of relationship with them, I wonder what Grandma would have thought if she found out about it. But I shouldn't ask him about it. It would really be rude for me to pry. Alright, Grandpa. I'll keep it in mind. He grins at me. Good. That's all you need to do, Toru. Now then, we're having poker tonight. Sounds great. I reckon I could go for an extra serving this evening. Don't worry, there'll be plenty to go around. A thought occurs to me. How long until dinner? About an hour. Need to do something? Yeah. I'll be back soon, Grandpa. No problem. There is always a strange feeling in the air when I approach the two gates. This is supposedly a gate between this world and the beyond. The guardian spirits exist to impose order on these chaotic forces. Reflection on all that has happened, I find it hard to believe that I'm thinking these things. After all, I'm supposed to be a skeptic. Actually, should I be saying that at this point? Pretty much all of the things I've witnessed and balance evidence that I was completely wrong. I felt seen and heard spirits all around me. I guess it's time to stop reflecting on being a cynic. Instead, I should just adjust what I really was. Wrong. Anyway, I need to speak with someone. Nayaka should be here. Grandpa said they're doing better than they were. But I'm not happy about what happened on the rooftop. Nayaka? Where are you? It's fairly quiet in here. Perhaps she's in one of the spare rooms. I hear a door sliding open and someone walking towards the main shrine room. Oh, Toru! It's not like you to come visit me at this hour. Normally, it's me sneaking into your room and sleeping at the foot of your bed. Wait, since when she has been doing that? Please cover up your shorts. What? I was getting changed when you came in. It would be rude of me not to answer my priest right away. Then maybe you could stop getting undressed? How about that? Just above the outline of her shorts, I can see her panties. Black was a cute pink. Oh, pink bow. What was her tiny shorts covered and even more exposed than before? My imagination runs wild as I think about what I might see if a centimeter more was exposed. Once again, I find my mouth drying up. Did you want something, Toru? I shake my head from side to side as hard as I can, trying to clear my mind. It's not really working that well. What is that supposed to mean? I've never seen anyone do that while I'm here. Just button them up, okay? Why? You know damn well why. Right tail moves in the shape of a question mark. Look, let's just be realistic here. I'm a young man, right? Yeah? Don't they teach you anything about shame in the spirit world? There's plenty of reasons why you can't just go... I can't even read words properly! There's plenty of reasons why you just can't just so brazenly show them off like this. But you're my priest, Toru. She leans over looking at me in the eye. Something like this shouldn't be a problem between us. Should it? I'm beginning to see what Grandpa means. Priests have an intimate relationship with spirits. If all of them act like Nayaka does with their priest, then of course that sort of thing could happen. That sort of thing is bound to happen. Aw, don't you like looking at it? Nayaka pouts. You're always acting like such a prude, Toru. Even though you got such a great view of my skirt today. That's what I'm here to talk to you about. Can you please just put something on and let me talk about it? Not until you say I look cute. ... Well, you do look cute. Say it louder. Yes, you look cute. Okay, Nayako? Are you happy now? Yep. I'm so glad Toru thinks I'm cute. Damn cats. They really are a master of blackmail. She buttons them up with no fanfare. So why are you here, Toru? We need to talk. Do we? What you did on the rooftop was uncalled for. So you're here to scold me? She pops and turns to Ray. No, that's not it. If she's anything like a cat, I'm not going to get anywhere by punishing her. Cats only respond to positive reinforcement as opposed to negative. That is very much true. I just want to understand why. What else is there to be said? We just don't get along. We never have. Ever since we first appeared in Beyond, we didn't like each other. She's a stuck-up snob. I can't stand people like that, no matter who they are. Nayaka lets out a heavy sigh. I know that you want to get along, but I don't think we can. We're just too different. I don't understand her, and she doesn't understand me. Is it really like that? From what I've heard from my grandfather, the two of you refused to speak to each other when you first arrived here. So wouldn't you say that you two have made some progress at least? Well, it's just that we're both stuck here with each other. Whether we like it or not, we don't really have anyone else we can rely on out here. That is until you and your grandfather showed up. So we've had to come to some agreement. But even if we try, we can never really be friends. We have to tolerate each other. That doesn't mean we have to like each other though. She looks a bit down saying that. It's not nice to be fighting like this all the time. And I admit, I took it too far on the rooftop. But I just can't bring myself to like her. I'm sorry that I'm such a disappointment, Toru. She averts her blue eyes, unable to look at me. I reach out and pat her on the head. Her eyes look back up. Then, her confusion plainly obvious. We'll work something out. And I'm glad that you admit that you went too far. ... Thank you, Toru. She begins to rub her head into my hand, just as a cat would. It's getting late, you know. You need to go home soon. It seems your face is a bit red, Nayaka. It's nothing. I'm pretty sure it's something. Go on, don't worry about me. She quickly rushes me out of the shrine. I got kicked out. Since I have to have a talk with Nayaka yesterday. Since I went to have a talk with Nayaka yesterday, it's only for that I spent time with Kaio as well. Now it's already the next day, I say. The atmosphere around Kaio's shrine feels a bit different. Somehow the spirits here are gloomier than usual. Even the wind spirits aren't moving much today. It's completely still. Even though she isn't the guardian of the spirit of the shrine yet, she must hold some dominion over the land surrounding it. Part of me is saying that I should stay away for today, but I know that I can't just walk away. I think she really needs someone to talk to right now. When I try to open the front door, I find that it's resisting me. I'm pretty sure it didn't have a lock. But no matter how much I struggle with it, it simply does not budge. Hey, Kaio! Can you hear me? The wood of the shrine creaks in response to my voice. The impression I get from the local atmosphere is very clear. Go away. I want to be left alone. Please just let me talk with you, Kaio. No. You were talking to her yesterday. What? Do you think I'm picking ferrets or something? No response. I sigh and seat myself next to the shrine door. If you're not going to open up, then I'm going to wait until you open this door. Even if it means sitting out here for a whole week, I'm not moving. Don't be ridiculous. A human could not survive out there for so long. Well, let me teach you a thing or two about the human spirit. Yeah, right. The atmosphere becomes completely quiet again. A few minutes pass by without me hearing a single thing. Come on, Kaio. I'm your priest, aren't I? I'm supposed to be the only one you can rely on when you need it, right? That is true. So why not open up this door and just let me have a talk with you face to face? I'll leave right away afterwards if you want some time alone. I hear the front door slowly slide open. I would not think it would be possible to describe the sound like this, but it sounded reluctant. I find Kaio waiting for me, seated in a lazy, informal manner. So, what do you want to say? She must really be in a bad mood. There's no formal greeting or anything. I take a seat before her, feeling her sharp eyes practically piercing through me. I talked to Nayaka. She said she took things too far, to say the least. She made me look so completely undignified in front of you. I cannot stand it when people walk over my dignity that way. This is the first time I've heard her raise her voice like this. She's been doing this to me for years. She says that I'm a snob, but she's a spoiled brat. I am honestly tired of all of this. And yet I'm stuck here with her because I'm duty bound to reign here. She lets out an angry huff. I have done all of the correct things my entire life, and yet people like her think that it can just mock my effort, make it look meaningless. Kaio just looks down at the ground. She just doesn't understand. She's someone who has had everything handed to her. She wouldn't understand what it means to work for anything, or take anything seriously. She takes a deep sigh. She's trembling a fair bit now. I'm sorry. That was very unsightly of me. No, I understand your feelings. You want to be recognized, don't you? That is why you're here. Yes. To be chosen to ascend is a great honor which only a select few of our house get to enjoy. I have worked every day of my existence towards this. Kaio grows quiet. I noticed that the atmosphere was completely different around your shrine when I approached. The land reflects what you're feeling, doesn't it? You would be correct. And that is a part of the selection process for guardian spirits. I suppose I have not explained what it means to wield authority in the world of spirits. It is power, to put it simply. Power manifested into reality. So authority in your world means controlling the land and ruling the spirit. That is why spirits of certain temperaments are chosen to be guardians. With me, I was chosen for my rational control approach. As for Nayaka, I suppose her chivalrous attitude would be well suited to the task as well. Strictly speaking, from a logical point of view, to put it simply, if a guardian spirit is happy, then the land reflects that. Exactly. Our emotions control our surroundings. That is what you notice when you approach my shrine. I do not wish to make lightly of my own poorly controlled emotions, but the fact that you are able to notice such things is a good indication of your progress. She seems to be a little bit better now. Listen, I know you probably won't like this idea, but I want you and Nayaka to get along if you can. She doesn't like it. It is a lot to ask, Toru. Just for today. Can we not talk about that? I am not in the mood. I'm not in any mood to discuss that. That's fair enough, but if it's something that we're going to have to resolve sooner or later, I know it is. But we can't be done today. It can easily be done tomorrow. For now, could you please take me somewhere nice? Somewhere nice? I want to do something to take my mind off what happened yesterday. So please. She slowly picks herself up. Just take me somewhere nice. I do not care. I don't care where it is. My mind goes blank for a bit. Somewhere nice is very vague. Alright. I sat up as well. We'll go somewhere nice. Kyle doesn't respond. She quietly walks up to me and grips my hand. Just for today, okay? Okay, just for today. Thank you. Oh yeah! Okay, well I'm gonna leave it off here. Get some romance with Kyle. I'll see you guys in the next part.